Hey guys, Casual Crono here. I have finally gotten to the point where I have enough chant scripts to do some serious upgrading on my team. So I'm going to beef up my team tonight. I have an idea of what I'm going to do, but in addition I have a few dreams that I'm going to do as well. It is mid-December 2023 and the Suzette and Sukiya encounter has just released. This looks to be a very cool encounter because both of them now can be star awakened. There are a few other encounters going on, some paid, some free. So I'm a free-to-play player. I've been binging a lot on the episodes and symphonies since they've been giving 10 times the usual number of drops. It's actually the main source of my chant scripts lately. Right now I have a grand total of 49 chant scripts, and that I had 18 just maybe a week and a half ago. And right now through towards the end of January, there's a campaign going on where if you go to the episodes, all of these episodes, if you have access to the another dungeons, all the drops are 10 times normal. So that means all of these items you can get within about 2 red key runs, maybe 3, depending if you have the bonus characters. And a lot of these have chant scripts as rewards. So I went through and got 3 chant scripts. I can barely talk tonight. It is kind of late. Absolute Zero gave me 3 chant scripts. Ocean gave me 3 chant scripts, and so forth and so on. So all of these that you see, these large numbers down here, I've gotten all the rewards, and that's not that one. And that's how I've gotten a lot of the chant scripts lately. In addition, 3 symphonies also have the same thing, the Complex Dream and the 2 Tales symphonies. And I'm still working on Crown of Pale Dawn. I've run out of red keys, so I haven't gotten all the rewards, but I'm up to the first, I think, 100,000 dream petals. So very soon, once I hit 200,000, there's 3 more chant scripts waiting. So even though I have 49 chant scripts now, in reality I'll have 51 probably by tomorrow. That said, I'm not going to blow through everything. So first things first, I have my final Whisper of Salt, and then I'm going to get my guaranteed 5-star, and then I have my choice of these 3 characters from the campaign going on. Since I don't really know what I'm going to get with these 2, I'm going to go ahead and start with them. As I said, I don't pay. I'm one of those moochers that just, collects free stones and uses up their bandwidth. But I make videos, so, maybe they like me. Of the paid bundles, some of them look kind of nice, but at the same time, we don't really know what's coming up, so a lot of these characters might be rendered obsolete soon. But if you do pay and have access, there are a lot of good characters that are kind of up for grabs here. Like, I don't have Yakumo. I'd love to get him. A lot of people don't have Radius, AS, Iffy, and so forth. So I will toss out this one, though. Now, Tsubame was a free choice character once you got past, chapter 45 or 56 or one of those chapters. So everyone that gets about halfway through the story has the option of getting a free Tsubame. I have both Tsubame and Flammopolis, and they make up my farm team. They are a wonderful combination. I was able to basically walk around and one-shot all trash mobs pretty much through the entire game because I had both of them. So if you are if you only have one of those characters, if you have paid stones, this would be one to seriously consider if you only have one of them. Phlomopolis in particular is extremely helpful. She helped me through a lot of the trials in Sebastia's lab. Her Neptune is extremely powerful. So if you don't have Phlomopolis, this might be a paid one that you'd want to maybe give some consideration to. That said, both characters are kind of older now, so they don't have barrier pierce or anything like that, so a lot of the newer boss mechanics might not really make use of them, but for trash mobs, they're awesome together. So, I've talked enough. Let's go ahead and find out what my final Whisper of Salt is. So yes, I would like to do a lone encounter. And Robot? Sista? What do I got? Nero. But I got 4 Shadow for the character I never use. Alright, so that gives me my 10 time drops, so I can pull the lone encounter. So I'm going to guarantee to get a 5-star. There's a very high probability it is going to be a dupe, because there's only about 6 or 7 characters in the game that I do not have. I'm really hoping for like Yakumo. That would be awesome, but extremely unlikely. Nope. Philo, and I already have him, but extra light, so. Now, for this campaign, I have a choice between Annabelle, Isuka, and Melina. I have a 5-star Annabelle, and I have a 5-star Melina. So I only have a 4-star Isuka. She's also probably the most helpful of the 3, even if I had all 5 stars. So, but by choosing her, I save some chant scripts, and I can upgrade her. So Annabelle really isn't used much anymore. Melina has some uses, so if you don't have any of these characters, I would probably consider those 2. But in my case, the choice is clear. I have 2 5-stars and I have a 4-star, so we're going to go with Isuka. Yay! And I save myself 5 chant scripts. And she gets some extra light. I believe, yes, 16. Alright, that's it for those. I have both Suzette and Sukiya, and Suzette I use a lot. So I don't see the need for me to pull on this banner, personally. And for other characters, I already have, actually this particular version of Orlea. I have not this version of Myfuna, but I have Myfuna, so I can always collect her tomes, treatises, whatever. Same with her. And the others are all paid, so I can't do any of those anyway. Another benefit of doing those episodes and symphonies, I've gotten a ton of free stones. So I have almost 15,000 stones waiting for the next characters that come along. So, alright, so those are my pulls. I wanted to do those first just in case I got someone, you know, I didn't want to waste the chance and everything. So, as far as from other time layers, I actually do have enough opuses to get one new character, Ismena. I haven't really seen her being used that much these days, but all of these characters are pretty powerful in unique ways. Of the ones remaining, I really want her because she comes with a pet, but I'm missing one Thanatos opus. So, that said, I do have 3 opuses, so I can summon Ismena, so I believe I'm going to do that, and yay! I have Ismena.
I am Ismena Lunabright, and on behalf of all the members of the Lunabright family, we thank you for your invitation.
You're welcome.
I've never been to a parallel world myself, but I have heard all about them from a friend. While I'd love to stand around in a dark alley to chat, Perhaps a nice cafe with a warm cup of tea might be more fitting?
You should get along well with Suzette.
I'd love to hear more about this little world of yours. Oh, and if you don't mind, I could use an escort too.
All right. So I have the Moonlight Flower now. And that's all I have available to me from this batch. So now, I have a bunch of choices to make here. And I'm going to upgrade a lot of them. So, other characters, like Phimopolis, her Volva, and so forth. I've been running a lot of red key dungeons, green key, Garulias and everything. So even a lot of the characters that I don't have enough treatises, treatises, tomes, etc. for, I do have at least some. So usually very, very close. So I don't want to blow through all of my chants right now. In fact, I'm probably going to save around 10 to 20 of them or so that way if I do happen to get some really cool characters, I can. So first, I'm going to start with the characters that do not require chants. Bria, I've finally got one of her Griffin Lance tomes, so I now have a 4-star Bria. Other characters that don't require chants. Helena. I've been running Riftbreaker, I believe was hers, and I finally got 10 Psalms, and it does not require any chants. So, kind of a no-brainer. I'm going to go ahead and level her up. Right. Because I finished the Crono Cross series, I have 3 Goddess of Destiny tomes, which means I can level all 3 Chrono Cross characters to level, to 5-star level. So let's see, where's Surge? And Harl. Right. From the current campaign, I only have 1 ring-guided tome, so I'm going to wait around a little while before I upgrade them. Was that it for the free characters? I think so. Yep. I've been working on Gildna and a few others, but they just have not been dropping for me, and I don't want to blow the Subara gems to get them. Okay, next there's at least one character that only requires 1 chant, and that's Bivette. I did the cat battles endlessly and eventually did get all the psalms. Since she's only 1 chant script, I don't mind using 1 chant script to get another level 80 character. And I think she was the only one of the series that only had 1 chant script. Yep. Alright. So, on to the 5 chant script characters. 1 for sure, there's no question whatsoever. I have everything I need for Villette. She herself is a very strong thunder character, and she comes with a pet. This one's pretty much a no-brainer. I have 6 Dream Digger tomes, I only need 1. So I finally have my 5-star Villette, which I think I sank 6, 7, maybe 8,000 free stones trying to get and got absolutely nothing. And there's Guns. So now that allows me to really play around with a thunder group, because I have a bunch of other thunder characters. In fact, before I continue, I'll kind of show off what I've been playing with. My 4th superboss team, I have Miyu ES Villette, who's now level 80, Obero, Star Awakened, and who's not quite 80 yet, so I haven't started the upgrades, and Orlea as a tank. So I'm trying to decide if I want Miyu or Oboro to be the main damage dealer. Oboro, I think, is going to do more damage overall, but Miyu does have a barrier pierce ability that's easy to use. So I'm going to be playing around with that. And in fact, I'm thinking about making a video just kind of talking my way through like a how to make a superboss team video. So I'll probably do that this coming weekend. Anyway, going back to blowing all my chants. I do have a 4-star Sirius. He is one of the more recent releases. I know that if you Star Awaken him, there's some question as to whether or not he's going to be strong enough or he's situational. There's really a lot of debate about him, but I think even just regular 5-star, he's going to be fairly strong. So I'm going to go ahead and 5-star him, but I'm probably going to hold off on his awakening. So Serene has a whole 5 super bosses that I can do if I awaken her. So I'm probably going to awaken Serene. Of the others, Kikyo, her transporter, I see used in some strategies. And Lily's Miracle Worker I see used in some strategies. So I'm looking at them. I've also seen her Lovebird, Lovely's Lovebird, used in some fights. Of the remaining choices, Mistrari, I want to get her AS form, and I am 1 treatise away from getting that. So I don't really want to blow 5 chants on her normal style form. So I'm going to kind of hold off on her for a little while. Myra's kind of the same boat. Her Cybele is a fairly strong unit, but I haven't really seen it used lately. And chants for me are still very rare. Same with my Funa. I could get her Maiden form right now. And at one time, months ago, I probably would have seriously considered it. Again, nowadays, not seen it used much, don't have many chants. Same with Cthulhu. And as always, I really want to upgrade Crimson Knight. There's absolutely no reason for me to do so. I would never use the Crimson Knight. However, if I complete her abilities board, that would give my Radius AS an extra 10 endurance. It's completely selfish. It's something I will probably do once I no longer really need chant scripts. But right now, still kind of holding off. So, of the other remaining characters, I really haven't seen much of a use for a lot of these characters these days. So, I think Serene, Kikyo, Lily, and Lovely are probably the best of my remaining choices. And if I do all 4 of them, that would put me down to 13 chant scripts. Now, Serene, the only reason I want to upgrade her is for her follow-up battles. So I'm not sure if that's really the best use. Lily, I think, is kind of interesting. I think I kind of want to play around with some strategies using her. So I think she's going to be one of the ones that I go ahead and upgrade. Lovely's Lovebird was... Lovely for a long time was kind of a joke. But her Lovebird I've seen used in a few strategies lately. But overall, Kikyo being the other one, I've seen her transporter used some. I think for now, I'm kind of leaning against upgrading them immediately anyway. I think I'm going to hold on to my remaining chant scripts since they are kind of rare, and just kind of stick with the new characters that I got now. Because as I said, I'm very close to Mistrari getting her AS form. It's just 1 lucky treatise away from that. And there's a few other characters that I am 1 treatise or codex away from as well. and I think Gilna, I've been running his dungeon a lot, and I'm 1 psalm away. So I was really hoping to have all 10 for today's video, but bottom line, just because you have a lot of the chants doesn't mean you should blow through them. And right now we don't really have the ability to predict what's going to happen. I might get lucky and get another Ilulu opus, I think the Thanatos one. That might drop tomorrow for me. I don't know. So I think it's a good idea if I go ahead and stop here and play with the multiple new characters I have. I need to get them leveled up to 80. I need to do their character quests and all that fun stuff. And now I have a new pet as well, Gunts, that I need to level. So I'm going to focus on leveling them and kind of go from there. So let's see. And I get 10 stones because I summoned his Mena. Moonlight Flower. Yay. The final thing I want to do tonight, I've used Suzette. You've seen her as part of my wind team for a long time. My Suzette has 50 light, and tonight she gained her stellar board. But that said, I can't do anything with it because she's not stellar awakened. If you go to the Nopal Emporium, you will notice now right under the red keys, he sells he sells 2 Dragoon starcharts, and for Sukiya 2 Murasama starcharts. They're 400 gems each, so I can buy 2 in exchange for 800. Now I'm a free-to-play player, and I haven't really saved up that many for a long time like many others. I would spend most of my gems on red and green keys so I could run extra dungeons each week. But I stopped doing that, and I've saved up 1100, so I can buy 2 Dragoon starcharts. By doing that now, I can use them to awaken her. The reason I already have 1/3 of the way awakened is because she already was a 5-star character. So if you're interested in Sukiya or Suzette getting them to 5 stars, you probably want to go ahead and try and upgrade them to 5 stars before you run the update. Because now that the banner is out, she automatically has 1, and I bought 2 others. Yes, I could use all Cosmos star charts, but I think those are like universal ones for any character. So I think I'd rather hold on to those. The Dragoon ones are specific just for Suzette. So we are going to use a star chart to awaken a style. And now Suzette is stellar awakened. I think I called it star awakening earlier. I gained 10 additional points that I can use. So instead of 50, I have 60 points. And if you're not familiar with the stellar board, it only costs 1 point to unlock the first 4 abilities. So as long as you have a character with 4 light or 4 shadow, which is pretty much a given at this point, especially since it gives you 10, you can go ahead and get the upgraded things, and it is a lot. So there's 1 stellar skill and then 3 abilities. So the skill for Suzette, preemptive deploy Wind King stance, and a bunch of other things. Piercing attack on all enemies, and target ignores defenses. There's now a new mechanic called Ancient Despair to increase her strength when she's in Stellar Burst. She dispels whatever the current zone is and deploys the enhanced Wind King stance, and then has a bunch of more things, including Barrier Pierce and so forth and so on. It does use a lot of magic points. So, it's only 1 point. I'm definitely getting that. Her other abilities, When she hits a weak point, her light power is stored. Piercing resistance of all enemies is reduced when light power is greater than shadow power. And then I need those Ancient Despairs, so at battle start I'm going to get an Ancient Despair and get Pain and Poison on all enemies. For 1 turn, it ignores target resistance. So I don't even need to waste a turn using someone with a skill to put pain on somebody. That will happen automatically. Now, the way the star chart works, if you go further, you improve that skill. So, for example, the Bolt of Bahamut, the wind piercing skill is much more damaging, and so forth and so on. So instead of 1 turn, for example, the Pain and Poison, if I go further, will be up for 3 turns. Instead of piercing resistance of all enemies 25%, it's going to be 50%, and so forth. So it's usually to your advantage if you go ahead and upgrade and get the bulked up powers. You can usually do all this if you have 20 light points, because that's how much it costs. 1 + 1 + 3. And then times 4. So 5, 10, 15, 20. For 20 light points, I have all the upgraded skills. Now from here, it's kind of whatever you feel like doing. If I feel like she needs more health, I can give her more health. If I want to raise the level cap, I can raise the level cap. In my case, I have 40 points to play with. I'm going to go ahead and raise the level cap. So now she can go up to level 90. And her luck and endurance only take 1 point each as well. So now, do I want to increase her stats? Do I want to increase her health? Where do I want to go with this? Mana points I don't really care too much about, and those are really far down there. So I think we'll go ahead and unlock. So now she can go to level 100. I have 30 points left, and I think I'm going to go ahead and use 20 of them on improving her stats. If she's going to do all this extra damage, I want to get as much power as possible out of this. So now I have 10 points left. I can unlock 2 things, and pretty much my choices are, do I unlock extra mana or do I unlock extra health? And mana isn't usually an issue anymore, so I'm going to go with health, and it doesn't really matter. They're all 300, I believe. So, yep. So I'm just going to go ahead and unlock 600 extra health. If I pull any dupe Suzettes anytime and get 16 more light points, I could basically max out her health and throw in some mana as well. But now I have a level 80 out of 100 Dragoon. Her health is now 4200. Her attack power, or her regular power, is over 300. Her attack power is over 500 with her manifest weapon. And I'll have to play around and beef up some of her Grasta and stuff like that, because I have some just casual power of poisons on her. So that is another upgrade to the team. I now have Suzette stellared out just about. So that was kind of the logic behind what I wanted to do. Serene, I'm still kind of debating. I might go back after this video and upgrade her anyway. I don't know. But the characters I did upgrade, I'm feeling pretty good about. As always, free character upgrades are great. Valette, I plan to start using this weekend and really start playing around with this Thunder team and see what I can do. So anyway, thanks for kind of watching me ramble and upgrade characters and all that fun stuff. I'm going to get back to some super bosses and a little bit more progress on endgame content over this holiday break coming up. I am a teacher, as I've mentioned in a couple of other videos, which means I have about 2 weeks off coming up. and that will give me plenty of time to play around with some new strategies, make some more videos. So anyway, thanks for watching. Casual Crono, signing out.